Well, today is the first national demonstration against the housing and planning bill. All housing campaigners, people who are affected by this bill, or people who are just outraged about what it's going to mean, have gathered here today to march on Parliament.
Next we have Nancy Taaffe from the Waltham Forest Housing Action Campaign and TUSC, the Trade Unionist and Socialist Coalition. Well, hello and thank you for letting me speak today. Some of you may have seen that on Tuesday we in Waltham Forest Housing Action Trust disrupted an auction of properties that were up for sale at Butterfields, E17 in Walthamstow. In a very plush dining hall at the Connaught Rooms, we said our piece about the aggressive sell-off of properties in Butterfields E17. I hope people go up to them, wish them well. A whole layer of them received further eviction notices yesterday.
Thank you. Suzanne Muna, Unite Housing Workers Branch Secretary and Unite National Executive Member. As other speakers have eloquently described, the housing bill aims to deliver a whole new set of indignities. It will reduce the protections we used to enjoy, and it will fragment our communities by oiling the wheels of social cleansing projects. But I want to talk about how we can resist, because we don't have to concede what was won for us through past struggles. Go back 50 years and social housing used to mean security in your home, support services for those who needed them, and rents well below average market rate.
But what does the situation in Walthamstow with Butterfields E17 show us? It shows us that if you resist, you can build a movement. If this bill goes through, it will mean mass displacement of people, just like what we're experiencing in Walthamstow. Whether it's through demolition of estates, whether it's through hiking up the rents, or whether it's through regeneration. Already, 50,000 working class people have been pushed out of their homes through the benefit cap. This will intensify if this bill goes through. So we are saying one of the first slogans that we should say out of this bill is, I am not moving. I won't pay, I will stay, and I'm not moving. And this invokes the memory of the poll tax.
I've spoken on the slogan that the Socialist Party and the Trade Unionists and Socialist Coalition, members of the Socialist Party within that coalition, are putting forward, which is the slogan of can't pay, will stay, and I'm not moving. And the reason we're putting that forward is because there's been some very successful resistance campaigns, particularly in East London, of people as groups not moving and forcing concessions like eFocus 15, Mums, the New Era, Tenants, and now in my very own area we've got the Butterfields tenants who are facing mass evictions. So we think there's lessons in what these campaigns can show us, and this bill is about displacement. It's about forcing working class people out of their homes. So the first demand we think we should be putting forward is generalising the demand of not moving.
Because what did the poll tax say? It said can't pay, won't pay, and it built itself a year before the poll tax was introduced. Mass resistance in the working class communities and on the estates, outside the courts. We mobilised an army, we defeated Thatcher, we buried the poll tax, and we can do the same around this bill and bury Cameron with it.
No, we want rent control, proper rent control, aligned to a limit based on average pay. We want to make landlordism less profitable. We want a massive programme of council house building, as in Liverpool in the 1980s. We need much more than the drop in the ocean our mainstream parties are offering us. We want security of tenure, whether you're in social housing, council housing or the private sector. We need significantly more legal protections and proper monitoring and enforcement action if landlords of any kind don't comply.
This is the start, this is the beginning of people assembling themselves, if you like I just said, into an army. We've got to consider ourselves, if you like, of getting into position ready to fight this bill in the working class communities, on the estates, wherever we think we can. And that's what we did with the poll tax. We've got a good lesson in the poll tax as to how this bill can be defeated.
Through our trade unions and in our communities, we can organise and mobilise to actively pressure our councils and government bodies with clear housing demands. We know that it's been done before. We have to believe that we can do it again. So I look forward to one day standing here at a victory rally when we can say to ourselves that we have given our children safe, secure and properly affordable housing. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Suzanne Muna from the Unite